Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. How y'all doing? Happy Sunday. Okay, look, I know if y'all are Jay Birds, I have been gone off YouTube for almost a week, but I am back. Content will be up all day today, okay? A lot of previews, so go ahead and cut on your notifications, okay? Now, this is my review for Good Times, the animated series. Look, I did what y'all don't have to do, which is I watched all 10 episodes. So y'all don't have to do it. Just listen to me and my voice. Okay, but y'all know first things first. If you have not done so already, take a little second and make sure to subscribe to my channel. Become whole J Bird. Okay, subscribe. Okay, like the video, comment in the comment section. You can also follow me on social media at JD's Corner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. Now it is early in the morning, but I'm on camera, y'all. It is 5:11 a.m. Hi. Hello. At first, I was not going to get on camera because it's 5 o'clock in the morning. But I've been gone for a week. So, hi. I threw a little hoodie on top of my nightgown because I'm like, why is she in night clothes? Because it's nighttime, okay? But threw my little yitty hoodie. So, here we are. Okay, look. Child. Look. I was on Twitter. You hear me? I have made a post on Twitter initially when they put out the trailer, and folks was dogging the trailer. And I was like, why y'all dogging the trailer? We haven't even seen it yet. Okay, maybe it won't be that bad. I was like, oh, how wrong could I have been? I would try my best to be open-minded, to not knock a show before I see it. This is my thing. I am a person. Come here. I do not like bashing stuff that I haven't seen yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me bash it for what it is. I don't want to bash it for what I don't know what it is, okay? And so I had posted on Twitter, y'all. Look, where's that? Right here. Okay. Posted this on April, so 4 days ago, because today's 14th, I said people are bashing the animated version of Good Times before they have even seen it, okay? People actually do still live in the projects, okay? The projects, but they still have love for their family and the community. They have a story too. At least watch a few episodes before trying to bash it. That was my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Now, Ashley came to, no. That is too much given how Good Times really was and how it ended. And then I said, I look at it, this is how they did the Fresh Prince reboot. You know what I'm saying? What it's called Bel Air, that's on Peacock. I said, that version was more dark, more gritty than the original, but still turned out really good once people saw it. Because when they did the reboot for Fresh Prince, some folk did not like it because it wasn't exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? And I said it was not a direct reboot, it was a reimagination. Okay, I said, look, I might hate it after watching it too. Laugh no loud. I just want to see it before I bash it. Okay, and here we are. Y'all, I have never watched something and the whole time I'm watching it, I'm perplexed. The whole child, look, first of all, the peoples, okay? The actors, the cartoons. The actors, the cartoon, okay? So we know good, hey, we remember Good Times with JJ and Thelma and Michael. Florida and James, Rolona, Penny, Bookman, okay, Ned the Wino, okay. I can't remember the pimp man name, okay, Councilman Davis. We remember a lot of things, Penny, Mama, being all that stuff, okay. When Michael met the girl, almost the first catfish. When Michael met the girl over the little CB radio and she was in a wheelchair, all that. We remember Good Times. Now, this is my thing. When they said they were rebooted, I'm like, okay, what does that really mean? Will it be the same characters? Will it be new characters? Now, when I seen the cast, I said, oh, maybe they're just kind of reimagining. They're reimagining Florida and James and Thelma and JJ and JJ and now Michael's a baby, okay? But no, it was completely new characters. Okay, now we have Jay Farrow. We had Jay Farrow, who was playing the character by the name of Junior. Okay, so not JJ, Junior. Okay, we then have, and now I'm looking at the names. I'm going, Marseille, who's the daughter. Okay, right there. She plays Gray, the daughter. Okay, we have Yvette, which girl, Yvette Nicole Brown, and we love Yvette. We love Marseille too. We do. Okay, Yvette Nicole Brown right here playing the mama, Beverly. Beverly. Okay, Beverly. Then we had Gerald Anthony. We had Gerald Anthony Slink Johnson. He played Jesus on Black Jesus, the TV show Black. That was him. So the dude was playing the baby. Okay, the baby name was Dalvin. So Slink played Black Jesus on the TV show. He's playing the baby. Fine. Okay. Then we had JB Smooth as the daddy. Okay, the daddy name is Reggie. So again, different names. However, they are descendants of the Evans family. They are the Evans. You know, Ralph. Reggie's character is the grandson of James Evans. Now we don't know if this is Thelma and the football player's son. If we don't know who his parent is. We don't know who the grandparent is. Okay, boom, pow, pow. Y'all, I wanted to like it, and I also a lot of guest starring voices. Cree Summers. Cree Summers played 13,000 different child. She plays so many different characters, all different voices, but I knew it was her. So kudos to her for getting the roles of 18,000 people or whatever. And she had, and they all had different voices, but I know it was her. Wanda Sykes had a little role on here. A few, a little rail, you know what I'm saying? Your little meat, the little big meat's little son, the dude from BMS. He had a little role. So a lot of people, had guest starring voices on here throughout the 10 episodes. It's a 10 episode series. I feel like it, as my title says on the thing right here, a waste of time with good actors, but horrible storylines. Okay, then even my title of the video, which says is worse than expected. Great actors, but unbelievably, like I can't think, it should be unbelievably bad, not unbelievably bad, but unbelievably bad. The episode, the season, the series starts with it. Look, and because I don't have time to remember real, I may say the old names. If I say James, it's the daddy. If I say Florida, it's the, I'm saying this flow with me. Okay, because that's Thelma in my head. That's JJ, and that's Michael. So flow with me. But the beginning of the show, child, it starts with the daddy in the shower singing Good Times with a roach. You hear me? The series, the 10 episode series of Good Times, the Netflix reboot, reimagination, whatever you want to call it, starts with Reggie, the daddy, Reggie Evans, in the shower singing Good Times with a cockroach. Because throughout this whole series, the cockroaches are characters. They're referenced in every episode. Okay, at one point, the sister and the brother fussing, and they have a bet, and whoever loses the bet has to pick the roaches out of the cereal every day. I was like, so is roaches in your cereal? I mean, I don't recall Florida and them ever talking about having roaches. who brought the roaches on? Who at what child? Seth Curry, the basketball player, is an EP on this. Okay, Norman Lear, who may he rest in peace, he's dead. He was 100 years old around the time this was being done. So maybe he wasn't fully paying attention. Seth MacFarlane, who was the creator and the person behind, Family Guy. He did Family Guy. He did the Cleveland Show. And a few other, cartoon, whatever. He's also now. I don't know what other black people they had on the payroll. I mean, it's full of black actors. So I'm like, when y'all was reading these lines, no one said maybe not have the roach singing Good Times with the daddy in the shower. Because truth be told, even people who have roaches, no one sings to the roaches or sings with them. So I don't know why no one said maybe the roaches should not be like a thing here. But I digress. He was in the shower singing with the roaches. Now, I understand, because my thing is, people live in the projects, they do. And that's what my post said. I think there's nothing wrong with telling a person's story who happens to live in projects. But when they made it they are like dirt poor. Like cockroaches in the food. They only eat spam and onions. It is leftover spam and onions, and the water getting cut off, and the rent is all way late. I'm like, they still poor. They still, and then the character, like in this series, the daughter Gray, played by Marseille, she is the freedom fighting protest. She's like the Michael kind of person. She's not like them. You know what I'm saying? She's to me like who Michael was. I'm saying pro whatever, or against whatever. I feel like when James, when the daddy jumped out the shower because they don't have no hot water, why is he running around the house with his dangling in front of his daughter? Because what father runs out naked with his penis out in front of the kids? People, we don't do that. No, I've never seen my parents walking around. Child, that don't happen in the hood. Even if you're in the shower and the hot water goes out or the cold water goes out, you put a towel around your waist before you go out in front of anybody. Anyway, a couple of things I want, because I took a couple of screens. Okay, so we look the daddy singing with cockroaches. The baby is the infant child was kicked out the house. Why? Because he's a drug dealing baby. Yeah, he's a drug dealing baby that the daddy kicked out the house because he don't want no drug dealing in his house. So yeah. Drug dealing baby who's beefing with other babies. Yes, the baby, little baby, and then this baby Birdman. Okay, now I said, nigga, I cackled a bit when I saw this scene of the drug dealing baby out on the corner in his pimped out stroller. Because he's a baby, and the other babies, again, the baby, little baby, and baby Birdman, want him to get off their corners, and they're babies too. Yeah, and they're beefing and get off the corner, or what? We're gonna pow you. It's gonna be a pow fight. I was like, a drug dealing baby having beefs with other babies. Now, to me, it would have been funny just if the baby was beefing with other babies, but he had to be a drug dealing baby in the hood, in the projects, whose parents put him out because he's a drug dealing baby. It does also, he's an infant. Oh, they also reference how he needs still to be breastfed, so he hired some random woman to breastfeed him or just give him milk because he'll die without it. Baby need food. So there's a woman he hired who carries him around in a little carrier with extra bottles because he's the baby. And the daddy put him out. Mama like, oh, but he my baby. But mama has to listen to daddy and put out the drug dealing baby, who's fighting with babies. The baby, little baby, and baby Birdman. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That was just in episode 1. That's just episode 1. And I was like, this really? Okay. Then, on the good time, Florida had Rolona. And I'm like, so does the mama have a good friend? Yeah. Mama's good friend lives. Now, Rolona was stylish. She worked at the boutique and this and that and then this. But, on this time, the mama's best friend is the hood chick who sells, she does hair and lashes. Okay. She's also, I guess, a mortician because she's doing hair and makeup for the dead lady who was a DJ back in the day. And so they want her to be a DJ at her funeral. Okay. So that's the Rolona. The hood stylist who does hair and nails. She sells CDs and DVDs and the child. DVDs, CDs, games, and the fact that the mama wants to win the best looking apartment in the Sky High. So to do that, they're like, your whole family has to be a family. You can't have a drug dealing baby. So she talks to Black Jesus, who we see a Black Jesus in the show. Okay. And promise I'll get my son baptized if you bring him home. And so when she's telling her friend who does the funerals for the old lady, okay, and does the hair and the makeup, she also does baptisms, okay? Because why? She's a hood girl who does everything. So much so, we see as they're talking, the drug dealing baby is sniffing Similac. The drug dealing baby is sniffing Similac and getting, child, I said, you got, I said, oh, this is episode 1. Each episode, horrible storylines, good actors, because I have to say, the acting, the voice acting, and even the graphics of this show is amazing. I'm saying it's just like, y'all thought this is what we wanted, and y'all, this is just the tip of the iceberg, okay, for what it is. Now we have the good friend, who was the ghetto girl with the weave, lashes, okay, a hairstyle in the house, blah blah blue, okay. The drug dealing baby also getting high off Similac, okay. Now we also have a teacher because the JJ character, who they call Junior, he's an artist. He's very creative. However, his attention is no. Okay, so technically, he's someone who have like a ADHD. His attention is like a no. He can't focus or whatever. But he's very talented as an artist, and he's not paying attention in school. So the parents have to go have a meeting with the teacher. The teacher whose voice is voiced by Wanda Sykes. Smoking, drinking in the school. Because in the hood, all the teachers smoke and drink in the classrooms. In front of the parents, in front of the children. And tell the parent, your son is stupid. Okay? He does not pay attention. If he maybe put him on OnlyFans, what does his feet look like? I was like, okay. Now, I don't know how much the voice actors had did Wanda know she'll be a drinking, smoking teacher? I guess in the hood, that's all we have. There are no good teachers. No teacher is just like a good person. None of them. No, it's smoking and drinking. I was like, Lord. So the teacher refers them and says, hey, your son needs to be medicated. That's a thing. And they go to the medical center. Now, what is that, y'all? That's a crack house. Okay? Weed house, whatever. Okay? Sends them, the teacher, with her cigarettes in her top pocket in the classroom while she's smoking a cigarette. Okay? Sends them to get the son some ADHD medication because he can't focus. And for some kids, if you need, they take child. I skipped ahead. Okay, they in there. A shootout takes place, and the head of the medical center starts hopping around the office with guns to me, making monkey noises while in the midst of a shootout. And then saying, y'all want the medication? Sure. So the son is now on medication to help him focus. And when they go to his brain, they show different parts of his brain that function. We have child. The focused person was an itty bitty baby because he don't focus, so he's not full grown. It was one character who was a slave. I said, now what part of what part of his brain would have a slave? Why? Who said, yeah, make one of his mental persons in his brain a slave brain? Yes, sir, boss. I don't know, sir. Like, why? Okay. That's whatever. The daughter gets her period. And the mama's fully against her using tampons. Why? Because tampons lead to fucking. If you put a tampon up there, we know what's next. So much so that she is at school. She needs a pad. Don't have one. She gets a tampon. The tampon sends them to Tampon City. Okay, it was a play to me on The Wizard of Oz. Okay, this is one of the characters that Cree Summers voiced. Again, Cree Summers, who played Freddie from A Different World, did a good 20 people on the show. Okay, but the good part was every person she did, it had a different voice. But I know her voice, but I also know, I love the fact that it was different. Whatever. This to me was one of the only good parts of it. Maybe because at one point, because the mama doesn't want to talk to her daughter about her period and this and that because her mama said no, you don't talk about it. You put a pad on that, said nothing else matters. Okay, that's it. And because the daughter, I don't want to be, one way, I'm a rebel. And she goes and she gets information from strippers. In this fairy tale land of pads and tampons, which it was hilarious that the GOP people with dicks on their head and balls on their chin was Donald Trump. I said, that was genius. There were itty bitty points in each episode that were good, but when you put around the points, cockroaches, poorness, can't afford bills, when the mama said, yeah, come sit down, husband, tell me about I got your favorite things, brown liquor, weird, it was weird. I was like, brown girl, just all of the negative or stereotypical tropes of Black folk is what they used. And I felt like this could have been, because this is my thing, they could have still lived in the projects where they're just a working class family. And the stuff could have still been funny. We did not need the apartment building, and it's still the same project that they was in from before. And at one point, they show the stairs that don't work, and they have hair. They braided up hair, and you have to climb for that. Where there's no hot water, climb through the jungles of this hood to get you to the roof for lightning to strike the water, and the lightning strike heats up your water. Because they're too poor to afford to pay the water bill. And I was like, bitch, what? So each episode had like a point to it, okay? To the fact of an Elon Musk episode. Yeah. Because so look, because I'm all over the place. The mama don't work, technically. The daddy is a cab driver. The children are children. To me, the mama likes spending money because when the water, when the heat got cut off, and he like, oh yeah, I got a secret stash, the secret pot of money in case of emergencies. But the mama didn't spend the money shopping because she want the house to look nice for this fake ass who has the best apartment. Y'all poor, and you spent the emergency money on shopping for shit for the house. Okay. The Elon Musk episode where the daddy picks up Elon Musk. Elon Musk likes, he loves talking to regular people. Oh, the daddy's a hoot. Love talk. I'm a give him a job. You are my new driver. Okay, I'm gonna hire your wife. I'm gonna hire her to basically cook me good food. Okay, your daughter is gonna be a person who's like she manages. I don't know, but gave everyone in the house a job to work for him. Live in his house in a space that he made that mimics and looks exactly like their own house. Now, the drug dealing baby lives in the penthouse in the projects. Why? Because they kicked him out. But he wants to be close, so he stays above his parents. So when they're having all this shit happening to them, the baby is out drug dealing. Now, he was at least selling drugs to white people. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't really some drugs to black people. He was like a white person drug dealer. Child, anyway. But so while they live in elsewhere, he upstairs in his apartment. The drug dealing baby. Elon Musk, who his plan was Black people have this innate ability to survive anything. Okay, they can survive everything, no matter how hard life is, you survive. So we want to send you and your husband to the moon to procreate on the moon, or I don't know, either moon, Mars, I don't know, another planet. Okay, moon, Mars, Pluto, Jupiter, wherever. Send y'all off because we need your husband to make babies on the other planet because he makes strong people. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So like when they used to breed slaves because the black slaves made strong, really? Okay. Then good old the son, okay, Junior, who was a nice kid, he just want to draw. You know, he died with gangs. He died in trouble. I mean, he's stupid, but whatever. He then gets in the gang. Why? Because he liked a girl, and he liked a girl. So he becomes a gang member. And then the girl he likes, who was in the back seat, who's sitting directly behind him, she's voiced by Janae. You know, the gang, Derwin, Janae, you know, was on stuff. The voice, and I can't think of what her real name is, but the girl who played Janae on the gang voices the girl who he likes. And he likes her, so he joins the gang because she said, I can't date you because we from people like that. You don't be around like that. You know what I'm saying? And you're not a gang member, so I can't date you. So he does what he joins the gang. Then the girl sitting next in the backseat as well is voiced by the Breezy girl. What is it called? Breezy? Girl, she played Coop All American. Okay, she back there too. Okay, then Lil Rail is playing the guy in the front seat, who's the head of the Burgundy guy. I was like, bitch, child. I was like, how did we get here? So no one said no at none of these points, and throughout all of these episodes, you just have the backdrop of them being poor and destitute and because I'm like, if he drive a cab, he ain't making no money, and they just poor. He loses his job as a driver. Why? Because his car gets like stripped, so his cab is, so he can't do whatever. He go down to the unemployment office, and they say the only thing that you're qualified to do is to be a cop. Yep. And he is like, he's embarrassed because who wants to be a cop? So he is making to be cops ain't poor. So you are making steady income. He's embarrassed. So no, he tells no one he's a cop. He said, no, I work for the trash folk. I work in sanitation. Okay. And he's sneaking around as a cop. It's just like, it's the stupidest, even him and his white partner, the conversations, the fact that the white cop keeps calling him random black names. That's not his name. And they're letting the white people go. They pull over a car of white kids with all kind of drugs and just breaking all the rules. And it's like, no, they're just good kids. Let them go. Oh, it's fine. Pull over some hillbilly dude who's beating up white cops. A white hillbilly dude is beating up white cops. And Jane, like, the daddy is the only black cop. Like, we should arrest him. Like, you can't do, oh no, it's fine. Where else will he exercise? I was like, really? And when James tasers him, I keep saying the daddy, tasers him, the punishment is the promotion to now work the beat in his own neighborhood. And he still, girl, the mama becomes president of the project. Yes, president of the projects, because she ran against Tisha Campbell also had a role in here. Tisha Campbell played a couple, like 2 or 3 voices in here. But initially she played like the project manager who was like, you know what? Y'all rent always late. I'm not fixing y'all heat. If y'all pay y'all rent, I'll put y'all on a list to possibly have hot water or whatever. I was like, girl, whatever. But the baby, the drug dealing baby, did the drug dealing baby kill her? She died because she fell down the hair stairs and she dead. Okay. So the mama wins the election. She's now president of the project, and she gets so caught up in wanting to be the president of the project. She don't realize her daughter is around here being big brother, and she don't realize her son is not a gang member. The drug dealing baby is still a drug dealing baby. You know what I'm saying, who sometimes gives them money that the daddy don't want to take it because he doesn't like the drug dealing baby. The mama who, when the baby got kidnapped, she followed her leaking breast to find it. I was like, God. The cockroaches are a part of the stories as well. But when the mama just was not paying no attention to the fact that they're using you to, get the people out the projects, to gentrify the projects. But she's so caught up in the fact that, the new project will be called Bath Gardens. The new it will be named after me. Oh, of course they're going to spend all this money to rebuild the projects and let all the project people move back in and they're not going to raise any rents. So she's so stupid that she believes, yes, they'll rebuild and we'll get brand new housing and we won't have to pay anything else. Yes, because she's so caught up in I'm the president of the projects. Mom, they're using you. No. Okay. Then the fact that they had the actual mayor, a depiction of the mayor is a Lightfoot, the mayor of Chicago. Who's also in on like we like you, because at one point the mama like brought peace to the project. At first, the mom brought peace to the projects, and they hated it because again, the system runs where the worse your neighborhood is, the more money we get to police y'all. We leave y'all there in danger, but we make more money. So you cleaning up the project doesn't work for us. No, and me as the mayor and the commission, the mayor, the police lady, and the fire people, it's like, no, you need to let the gang. Like, let's bring in more guns and bring in more drugs. I don't understand what the point was, because I was like, it was really that bad. And I didn't think it would be that bad. It has good bones because, again, each episode had a theme. Each episode had, so I'm going to try to pull up. Hold on, I don't need no sounds. Each episode literally had a, hold on, I'm going to go to it. So like episode 1, Meet the Evans of New. Beverly vows to win the Housing Project's annual beautification contest. Then, because at one point the daddy was like, hey, we don't have no rent money. I'm going to show you how to support your family like a man. And they went down to the pool hall to win money playing pool. And when he had won a whole bunch of money playing pool, the daddy still risked the money because someone called him a coward. Said, your grandfather beat my grandfather back in the day for $72. That was his last money, and my mama left my daddy because your granddaddy, whatever. But I was like, you had the money to pay the bills and you risked it because someone called you a coward. Get out my fucking face, okay? That was episode 1, Black of Focus, when they had a kid, the son had to get medication to help him focus. But the daughter got jealous because when he focused, he got better grades than her. So what did she do? Poured his medicine down the drain so that he could not focus and beat her on the test. But he still stopped liking the pills. And on one episode, and I don't even know, because I got a little bit delirious. The son became a chicken. How how on Spider-Man the Peter Parker was bitten by a spider, so he became Spider-Man. Well, in this show, Junior was, I guess, plucked by a chicken and turned into a superhero chicken fighting crime. Bitch, yes. I was like, what? On God's green earth. Now, the episodes are about like 25 minutes each. They had Grey's Anatomy, because the daughter's name was Grey, and it was about her and her period. Which that was a tolerable episode. Okay, that came before Elon. Elon Musk trying to populate space with strong Black people that can overcome any. I was like, are you serious? They then had an episode called Black Love Day. Oh, because Black Love Day comes every 4 years on February 29th. And in that episode, Gray fell in love with a little dude played by Lil Meech. And that was some stupidity. And then the husband always forgets. But because the wife was like, I'm approved to the people in the project that my husband loved me, I'm gonna spend the rent money at the mall and then tell them he bought me shit. Yeah, spent the rent money. Because she was so caught up in what other people felt about her child. In that one episode where, the husband was going through PTSD and he would just, go crazy, whatever, and to calm him down, a PTSD dog calmed him down. And so what he do, he brought the PTSD dog home to help, keep him, stable or whatever. The dog got jealous of the wife. And for the wife to show dominance, I'm going to fuck my husband in front of the dog. Yep. It was just, y'all, I don't, this was funny too. Cause they even had, cause look, y'all know they even had, let me talk, what's the mayor name? The mayor, yes, the mayor of Chicago. Is it still her or she lose? Oh, now it's Brad Johnson. Lori Lightfoot. So it used to be Lori. Child, let me share my screen. It used to be Lori Lightfoot. And when I tell y'all, I was so shocked. And the person's name on the show, it wasn't Lori, it was something else. I forgot what the name was. But it gave the person a different name. But I was like, y'all is dead ass wrong. Because there were videos of the mayor before, like dancing and stuff or whatever. Look, hit mayor, okay? And on the show, when she's being threatening, she dances up to you. And now that was funny. Like, it was itty bitty funny parts to it, but you're so pissed at, really, roaches? Really? They're that poor? They can't pay their bills and y'all want to make it seem like they're happier to just be poor than the dad get a job as a cop. It's like, y'all, like, why? when I was looking at some of the tweets about the stuff, it's awful. And the fact it can't get worse than the daddy starting the episode off singing with Roach. And it just gets worse. It just keeps getting worse. Like for each episode, there's maybe one funny part. One. That's it. Okay. And I'm like, so the drug dealing baby is the only person making money? And he's put out the house, but he lives upstairs in a penthouse in the projects. I don't know who. I don't know, like usually for shows, like it has to pass through people. They have a few people watch it. Everyone has to say, yes, this is great. Who, like Steph Curry? Steph, you are, and I get an EP of a show does not mean you have the end all say. Sometimes those EP, which means the executive producer, sometimes those EP credits are just like money credits or whatever. How many people saw each Like, who watched it and laughed? Who watched any of it and laughed? The best part of it was literally the drug dealing baby fussing with the baby, little baby, and baby Birdman. I liked the uh the the minstrel episode where they talked about the girl's period. That that wasn't horrible or whatever. But everything else, the Lori Lightfoot shit was hilarious when she danced up to the mama. That was funny. But everything else was just I don't know if they were trying their best to fully push every shocking part of what people think Black folk in the hood experience. I don't know if that was the point. If y'all were trying to do that, well, good job. Good job. I want to show a tweet from Yvette Nicole Brown, who plays the mama. And I love her as an actress. I really, really, really do. Now someone commented first and said, okay, I finished all 10 episodes, which I did as well. I must say it was quite the ride. I agree. It was a ride nonetheless, okay? Trying to prove how Black impoverished history was designed in 10 short episodes is near impossible. But by the 10th one, I was ready for 11. Hopefully, if you get a second season, it will come together. Thanks. Now, I'll say this to that. They are 100% making it known that there are points in here where they're saying, well, yeah, look at the system trying to hold them down. The fact that you had the mayor, the police chief, and the fire chief telling the project president, hey, you can't keep peace in the projects. It doesn't work that way. We also see a white woman who is the system, who was also working against everyone here. So yes, you do see how they're showing how they keep people being impoverished, for sure, how expensive life is, and some folk are not making a living wage. I fully get all of that. But something we did not need. Look, just take out the singing roaches. Take out the singing roaches. I think of that. I'm like, why they keep don't watch their shit? The conversation of, yeah, you will be the one to pick out the roaches out the cereal. And I was like, maybe we don't need like that. Is the man implanting roach? I don't know. But let's go back to what Yvette Nicole Brown, who plays the mom in this show, what she said in response to that comment we just read. Thanks for taking the full ride. I tried to tell folks we had an ultimate message, and it's not to bring us down. Good time is irreverent. Satirical. I can read. Satirical, but I know it's supposed to be satire, and shocking at first. Perhaps throughout for some, but there is a message, and if you take the full ride, you'll get it. Again, as I said, each episode has a message in it. But sometimes, when you have a dancing roach, that stops the message. If you bailed after the trailer or 3 episodes, you didn't see it all, which I can agree, but whatever. That's fine. But trust, you did not see what we are trying to show through the show about the systems put in place to harm us, and why it's historically been so hard for so many of us to just keep our heads above water. Temporary payoff. We are not the villains in our story. We never have been. Tale as old as time. Now, I get that I get that this is supposed to be the point, but the execution of trying to tell a story of how impoverished people stay impoverished does not have to come at the cost of also making it seem like, well, we can make there's a way to do that and not make people watching it feel like this is what is supposed to be funny. I feel like the TV show Good Times, it was about a poor family. It was about, James was poor, a poor in general. However, it was just done so well. And this to me had too many like there was no need for a drug dealing baby. There just wasn't. There was no need for the mom to be so consumed with popularity and being looked at in a certain way and wanting to impress other people so much so that she was ignoring the fact that her son had became a gang member. Even the daughter, who at some point was focused on being Big Brother and watching the cameras and policing the hood, the daughter had became someone who was like, no, we have to clean up the hood, and then realized, oh my God, who are all these white people? We fixed the hood so much that we can't even live here anymore. You know what I'm saying? Do I see this getting to season 2? I honestly do, but I feel like if they get a season 2, I think they would tone some of the stuff down, because don't get me wrong, the acting was great. The graphics were great. I got what they were trying to portray in each episode about what holds people down, but I also felt like, why did we keep seeing this man naked? Because in real life, fathers do not run out naked around their kids. They don't. Like, even at the school scene, he took his belt off and why does his pants fall down? I'm not saying don't watch it. I am saying if you watch it, form your own opinion. It was bad. It was bad. It was entertainingly bad. I mean, I watched every episode, but I was like, this shit, right? Really? You a cop, but you child, and like, were the parents, in love? Sure, they loved each other. The siblings, the two oldest ones, they were fussing and fight like Jada and Thelma would do. The drug dealer baby was barely around. Were there good mother-daughter moments? Not really. The mom is so caught up in her own shit that she's not hearing her daughter, you know what I'm saying, until it's almost too late. And, to where, her point of wanting to become project president was to make the projects better. Like, let's have running hot water. Let's have an actual stairway and not hair ropes. We want shit to work. And that was why she started it. And then from there it became, okay, I am popular because of what I'm doing. And if we can get a whole new project named after me, that's amazing. But girl, it's a ploy. It's the system. You know what I'm saying? And her not realizing that until the very end. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it 2 different scores. For the actors in the series, I fully give them 10s because what they did was great. The storylines and the ghetto-ness of it all, the stereotype of things gives it a 2. That part I don't like. The message beyond that, I'll give a 7. Because each episode did have a point. I feel like if Nicole Brown saying, we were trying to show how, the message was, how we're always being held down, I think that should have strictly been said while promoting the show. But when they said it's a Good Times reboot, and then we got what we got, it don't match. I also wonder if this show if it was not titled Good Times, okay? If it was just a new cartoon type show, I wonder would people be so upset? Or are people pissed because they feel like it's ruining the reputation, the storyline of the history of the show Good Times? If this show was called, I don't know, Hoods of England, I just made it, whatever. If it was called anything else, would there be such an outrage of I hate it that we got before it premiered? I don't know. I think most people were pissed because they thought of Good Times. Again, it reminded me of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air versus Bel-Air, and no one liking this harder, grittier, darker version of the Fresh Prince story. But once we watched it, it was actually good. They have to tweak some shit if they get a season 2. Still tell the story of what holds us down, but we don't have to be roach infested. The daddy ain't got to be running around with his balls they got from the kid. They don't do some of that stuff. Just tweak it a little bit, and then maybe in season 2 it'll be more accepted. Also, the actors who are a part of this speak out and say what it's supposed to be. No one knew that is what it was supposed to be until now. And that's because I just happened to go on Twitter right now and saw it. Anyway, y'all, that's it. That's all. Okay, that's it. That's all. I've been talking too damn long. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. You can follow me on social media at Jenny's Corner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. I will have more content up later on today. I love you all. Have a good time, y'all.